Good evening, fellow warriors. This is Uncle Bob talking to you from the undisclosed location of the True Legends United Citadel. And I think I want to go ahead and start talking to you about captains. And then we'll cover heroes at a later date. But captains, we may not even get all the way through. So let's start that. Now, I'm already in the captain's page. Let me show you how I got there real quick. If I can get my arrow over here. I'm going to exit out of this. And right up here, your hero's icon is what we would click to get to your captains and heroes. I'm sure you guys already knew that, but let's go ahead and do that. And let's go ahead and open up our captains. Now this is Captain 80. She's well known in the game, and she starts out with no features, no bonuses. But as she grows, she gains guardsman health and guardsman strength at the same level that she is. Her level is right here. And of course, 171, level 171, it took me a while to get her there. You'll start out with level 1. You can get up to level 10 pretty quickly, but you want to keep her busy because she's going to be one of your better ones. And of course, with guardsman health and guardsman strength, you're going to want to dress her up in guardsman gear. So let's go to the next one. Bernard. Bernard is and by the way, the background on these tell you what kind of captain they are. Now, if I go over here and on for 80, you'll see that she is an epic captain. Her background is going to be, oh darn it, I didn't mean to do that. Going to be purple. So if you look at Bernard, Bernard is also purple. And let's just open him up real quick. He is also an epic captain. And his features are all about ranged units. Any ranged unit, that includes your monsters, your mercs, mercenaries, your guardsmen, any ranged units. Okay. And of course, you're going to want to put equipment on there that mirrors that particular skill. Lucius, now I didn't show you what Lucius is purple, and so he's going to be an epic. And his strength is in mounted units. And of course, you're going to want to put things on him that say that they, well, that's melee, but I must have had some other reason for him to come on. But you want to put mounted type equipment on him. All right. Carter is our crypt master, and he's also an epic captain. And his specialty, of course, is crypting. Now, right now he is a level 125, so he has a efficiency of a 125% bonus. And explorations and all that stuff, you get all this with research and equipment. I'll talk about stars another time. Alexander, and he's also a mounted unit. However, look at his background. He's a legendary. He's got that gold background. So he's going to have a much higher percentage potentiality. So he has the possibility of getting, now his strength doubles his health, and his health is going to mirror what level he's in. So he's going to be a level 124. And as he gets stronger, his strength will double. And I think it maxes out at 500%. Um, the rest of these are done out of artifacts and equipment and training or research. ProScope is our spy, and he is, oh, I should have looked at this before. He is not an epic, he is a rare. The light blue background is for rare, but his strength is in scouts. Now you can see here, he is double his scout health and scout strength. So you want to send him on any scouting missions if you want to find out what your enemy has as far as weapons or training or troops, materials. You send him with your scouts. All right. This young lady, Amanator, I've always had problems with her name. She is used mainly for group marches or reinforcement marches, raids, that kind of thing. Now you can send her, even if you're reinforcing the march, she will cover the entire march. So she may not be the lead captain for the march. Maybe she's the second or third army down. But her extra 174% right now will pertain to all of the different armies that are on that raid or on that march. She's a very cool captain, and she's very hard to kill. Her tenacity points is 700 points. That tells you something right there. And what that does is that gives her almost guaranteed first strike. And I talked about first strike before, and first strikes, when you have a higher tenacity than the enemy, you're going to have first strike. And first strike normally wins. So that's Amanator. Stror is one of my favorites. Stror is very good at collecting resources, and he has the largest carrying capacity of all of the heroes. And so you're going to want to get him. You're going to take him up above 100 as soon as you can, and that'll help you out a lot. Now, right now, he has 690 tenacity points. So don't think he can't go into a fight, because he can. A lot of guys that talk about Stror will tell you, "Oh no, he's no good in the fight." Trust me, he is every bit as good as a lot of these captains in a fight. He'll take it to them. Of course, dwarves normally are, right? Okay. All right. Who's that? Vivian. I'm sorry, Doria. I get those two mixed up. Doria's specialty is in victory. If she wins the victory, she will boost your valor points. Now, she might be okay in a raid or going against a monster that you know you're going to win, but you've got to win to get this boost. And I don't use Doria very often. But like I say, if you're in it for valor points, she does have a boost for health and strength for the army, but not much. She would be handy if you're going to win and you're looking for valor points. She might be an addition to you. All right, this is Dylan, I believe. Dustin. I always call him Dylan. I don't know why I do that. Dustin's strength is, he's an epic again, but his strength is in conquest points. Now, he is definitely useful to have, and you want to get him up above 100 and maybe even higher than that as quick as you can as well, because when he goes out on CP runs or on raids that you're guaranteed to win, not against epic monsters, that won't do much good, but his specialty is conquest points come from fighting other people. So he's really good at CP runs, conquest point runs, and during KVK and those kind of things. So he's an outstanding captain to have in your quiver. Where are we at here? Got lost. I just did. Okay. This here is Leonidas. Now, Leonidas, if you've joined the game in the last few weeks, or maybe a couple months, or if you're going to have a friend join the game here pretty soon, you can get him for free. He's a free legendary captain, and he's very good, but his specialty is melees. So you're going to want to send melees with him. That means spears, a swordsman, those kind of folks. And it includes monsters. If your monster is a melee type, his percentage would go over there. Now you notice he also has double strength on melee, just like Alexander did for mounted. And he's going to be a very good captain for you. His tenacity points are at 700 as well. Now, to be fair, that comes with the star level, and I'm going to talk to you about the star level soon, but not tonight. All right, that was Alexander. Okay. Here is Brunhild. I don't use her a whole lot because I don't use I use flying units because Griffins are flight units, but typically 80 has a better percentage than she does. And of course, she's kind of low right now. I don't have her up very far. I think I only have her at 94%. But I need to probably get her up a little higher. And then I could send her on, she would be really good on citadels because you want to send griffins on citadels and you want to send ponies or riders on citadels with her. And then you could take Alexander and you'd have a heck of a team. But they need to be a little higher than this. They need to be 150, 170 to get it up there where it's worth doing that, because otherwise 80 is going to have just as good a deal, and you might as well just send 80. But those are her benefits. All right. Yes, she is very good. Aurora is very good at construction. Along with, we have another hero here. Doggone it, Farhad. Farhad is also good at. Oh, he's good at research. I'm sorry. Let me go back to Aurora. Aurora will have matching construction speed as her level. So right now I got her at a level 72. I really need to put her higher because at my point in this game, my building research is way up there. Construction is way up there. I'm talking about several hundred days to build something. So I need to put her in the city for building. Now, something else I need to reiterate here. I've said it before, but each one of these captains, if they are not in their environment, their bonuses do not work. So she needs to be in the city for her construction trade bonus to work, as an example. Farhad is a research guy. He can help your bonus on researches. I just started a research today that cost 60 billion valor points and was going to cost me over 500 days. I should have put him in the city before I started that, and that was a bonehead move on my part. And again, if I put him in now, probably won't do me a whole lot of good because they have to be there when they start. Okay, here's Logos. Logos is your specialist guy. So if you're going to fight with somebody, the specialist units are made to fight humans, a player versus player, whereas your guard units are created for fighting monsters. Now, you can use your guard units fighting against other players. Most people do, and they neglect the specialists. Don't neglect the specialists. They're extremely good at what they do. They cost less to make. They take a little longer to build because it takes longer to collect conquest points. But you will be very happy with what happens when you fight with specialists. And Logos would be the guy to take on that fight. All right. Minamoto. Minamoto is also a legendary, I believe. Yep, he's a legendary. And he is specialist. He's a specialist on ranged units. And so if you notice, he doubles just like the other legendaries do. The health, 53%, which is probably his level. It is. And then he doubles on strength. So if I have 100, if I get him at 100, he'll have a strength of 200%. And, you know, that's nothing to sneeze at. So you have all these specialties. And if you end up with a monster that does not have a strength against archers, and I can show you a couple. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but he would be a good one to send with his archers. All right. Okay, you can tell I haven't gotten around to using some of these. All right, this right here is our melee specialist, and he is also a epic. See the purple? And she's going to be a rare, but he's an epic, and he's also melee. So there are times where you have monsters that do not have a strength on melee or on ranged or on riders, and you can collect all of your heroes, because we have 2 or 3 of each, and put all those types of units with them, and you'll have quite a killing squad. That's the whole purpose of having all these heroes, for specialty units. All right. She's very good at just giving health and health points and tenacity points to your entire army. Now there's another one up here that does that for the entire army, and that one is here. She does it for the entire army as well. Let's see if I can pull her up real quick. Strength of entire army. Oh, she just does strength. That other captain, as you can tell, I don't use very often. She's just, she's health and strength. I'm trying to remember her name now. Sophia. Yes. Sophia does, just does health. Okay. As you can tell, I'm down in the area where I don't use a lot. Now, this one here is Tango, and his specialty is speed. And so if you have some place you want to get to real fast, like for example, if you're going to scout somebody in a different kingdom, you put Tango and you put Propos together, and you set them with a bunch of scouts, and they'll have the speed of the march, and they'll have the power of Propos with the scouts, and you'll get a good scouting report that way. This young lady I just got, Wu Zitan, and she's another flying unit girl, and actually she's a legendary. So she's going to double on the strength and the health. Obviously, I've not done anything with her yet. She's still at a power of 1. So she's down there a little bit. These guys I have not gotten. Now, this young lady, Scotty, is available for an event they're doing right now, and so is Beowulf. And they're both mythic, and the great thing about them is look at the percentage that they give for health and strength when he's maxed out, 1,000%. I'll tell you what, she's going to be hard to kill. And I can't wait to find out how I can get her, if there's any way to get in her without having to go into that special event, because it's expensive. All right. Oh, I didn't talk about the ones that I have pulled up. Let me go to those. I talked about 80. I did not talk about Helen. Helen, you've got to have Helen. What Helen does is gives you food production and troops training speed. Now, let me show you what happens if I don't have Helen. So here's my food capacity right now is 120. It's the last white line, 127,000 per hour production speed. That's for food, right? All right, let's get rid of Helen for a minute. Let's put her back in the wings and watch that drop. Now let's go back. Now I'm in the red, and I'm all the way down to 73, and the last line again, it dropped from 127 to 99,000 units of food per hour. That's what she does for you. She gets you out of the red, and she is one of those that she's not good at a fight. I mean, she'll do okay. She's got a pretty good might and that kind of thing, but she's well. Hang on a second. I got the wrong person up. Bring her back up. So she's got 1 million might. I mean, it's nothing to sneeze at, but I do have her at a little bit higher capacity. She's at 113 right now. And so that's why she has 113% bonus for food production and 113% bonus for troop training. And that's important. The resolve points, what that means is it's going to be very hard to keep her from doing what she wants to do. She has a construction speed and a research speed as well. So Helen needs to be in your quiver for captains to use. And that's what I really wanted to cover today. I hope that was helpful, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week this next week. In the meanwhile, I will be back tomorrow, I hope, to make another outstanding training video. And by the way, if you like what we're doing, even if it's a little low on your skill set, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe to the channel, and that helps keep me going. And I sure appreciate it. You all have a blessed week. We'll talk to you soon. Uncle Bob out.